Hello and welcome everybody. Hope you're all having a good day so far. And the fact it's a little bit dreary outside, I'm doing pretty good myself. Now today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally I do retro stuff and retro adjacent. But I found out about the Yogscast game's newest Aces and Adventures. In fact, Pedguin actually gave me the key for this. I was not paid for this. I'm not sponsored for this. It just gave me the key to see if I like it. I have not played it yet. I'm going to stream it, see how it goes. But I will give Pedguin a shout out for giving me the key. Pardon me. Because I've been trying to do stuff out of my wheelhouse recently because I'm trying to get myself comfortable. I'm trying to get myself into doing new things. Because sometimes it's good to get out of a rut. But yeah, the premise of this game is it's a combination of pretty much of a deck building game with poker elements thrown in. I'd seen it. It seems like something that would interest me just for the sheer aspect of it, because it sounds like it, on theory, it would be good. I've not played it yet, but I've seen others play it, and it looks pretty cool. We're going to give it a go today. Just give me a moment to get things set up, because I've just barely done setup for this, and that's it. Hopefully that's not too loud. It's still... This is pretty much where it starts. It doesn't start with much of anything. So I guess we click on this. Do this, I guess. Pick my deck.
A small oak bound in black chains grows stout in a lonesome glade. Its roots wrap around the bones of a fallen warrior, and its stunted limbs reach towards his axe and shield, as if to raise them again in defense of something worthwhile.
Interesting. So I guess we start as the warrior. So he's got 1 attack, 8 health, and 1 defense.
I've got my axe and my shield, and I'm ready for anything.
Starter deck.
The first breath of fall fills your lungs, crisp in the morning rays of an aging summer sun. Before you lies the space that mountains made, like open hands for life to grow beneath low clouds.
I like the writing of this already, too.
A trail plunges into the vale ahead. Behind you, there is nothing. No memory of yourself or how you came to this place. Just the gentle pull of a sloped path, and the courage to draw the next card from the deck of fate.
I'm trying to figure out what's triggering my ping tuber, but yeah, no big deal.
A pilgrim bearing a stone walks along a riverbank. Startled by your sudden appearance, the stone is raised in defense.
Do I have to fight a rando already?
Who are you? Hold your shield high!
Select playing cards to attack. You can throw singles, pairs, or any valid poker hand. Then select an enemy.
I've already got a pair, so let's go for that.
Huh?
The best poker hand wins, and the damage dealt is equal to the number of cards used in attack. So singles deal 1 damage, pairs deal 2, and so on. When you're done, flip the stone by clicking it and end your turn.
Okay.
Please!
The defender must match the number of cards used in attack, so block singles with singles, pairs with pairs, and so on. If the defender wins, the attacker takes the damage.
Oh. Let's guess what's happening.
Better not dull my axe.
That won't work. That's not a straight. Oh, this is going to be a draw.
When an attack hand matches a defense hand in value, no damage is dealt.
I don't wish to hurt you. Wait!
Forgive my haste, stranger, but the forest is no longer safe. The creatures bear arms and walk on 2 feet, pulled from their embrace of Mother Earth by the lure of power. Here, take this healing draft to restore the vigor our misunderstanding cost you.
Pain. What pain?
You've forgotten yourself? This shady path leads to a witch versed in brews known to stir the mind. But I must follow the river. Swift journey, traveler. The seasons are changing. Warmth won't be free for long.
I'm digging this
I
so
just
far.
came up with a new move.
The sun mottles the forest floor in leaves of light. A strange fire weaves its way through the woods.
Very interesting.
Shield at the ready.
To use an ability, simply click it or drag it upwards. An ability will glow green when it can be used.
Okay, so I'm... Oh, I see. This might be a bit overkill, but...
When defending, an enemy draws cards equal to its defense minus your offense.
Okay.
What a curious creature.
Interesting.
You
I got
don't
a
recall
flush
seeing
already.
a fox go on 2 legs, much less wielding a spear by lantern light. Of course, you don't remember much at all.
Fair.
Fortunately, the struggle has returned some of the memory to your limbs.
Very interesting.
My might yet grows.
-1 attack damage per heart in your defense hand. Okay.
A strange smell guides you through the thickening thicket to a wall of thorns. There, you spy a hut, sinking in the mist. A cauldron lid clatters in the contest against its contents, losing upon your arrival to a viscous hand.
Oh.
Trust the axe. Here comes the maelstrom.
When attacking, enemies draw cards equal to their offense minus your defense.
Okay, so they draw 3 each. I'm actually not sure what to do here.
I have to match the number of cards in the attack.
Oh, just match number of cards? Okay. I'm just gonna take the damage.
You'd better not dull my axe.
You want that? to an enemy, draw a card.
I haven't the cards.
I need spade, okay. See if a pair of sevens will do anything. Yep, it finishes it off.
I can't use that right now.
Oh, damn it. It was an idea, though. There we
It's
go.
my turn.
You don't have any shields for that.
Oh, my hero. Long roots on you, and nigh a trace of that foul infernal magic that caused my cauldron to bubble over so willfully. Now, how to thank you for saving me from my renegade soup? Lost your past. Well, where's the last place you remember seeing it? This misty potion is good for the memory, or perhaps you prefer a health tonic? A banquet in every bottle?
The path from potential.
I think I'll take a level up.
Refill your health with this. The path from potential to power is littered by many bottles.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Okay. Deal 1 damage to attacker for each spade in your defense hand. And then we damage your shield, take equal damage. Okay.
A thaumaturge, an alchemist, a bit of a cook. I am these things. But an oracle is what you require. Seek out the crook in the mountains where the sun makes its bed. There you will find a circle of stones and a cave beyond it.
Okay.
Should
digging
you
this.
survive, you will come to a desert of black sand, where a grand pillar cut by giant hands reaches into the blue vault. The Oracle's temple sits like a jewel atop this scepter.
Okay, okay.
But be warned, infernal magic leaks from this cave like an open wound. I will have to find a new place to collect the slime for my soup.
Alrighty.
A white tree emerges from the mist like a lonely ghost. Its bare branches bring a strange sorrow to the rim of your eyes. Just then, 2 figures leap from the bushes
Oh boy.
and scare away the specter of a memory. This enemy has a trait. Enemies with guard must be attacked before enemies without guard.
Okay.
Click and hold a card to pick it up and learn more.
Trust the axe.
I think I'll go with attacking him. Because I really have no choice in the matter, do I? I should have done that, but didn't think about it. Hate to waste my queen, but don't want to get a hit. But my spike shield kind of helped. Pair of kings, I'm kind of...
Hold your shield high.
At least I took less damage than I should have. Okay, I need a spade. Do I have a spade? Don't have a way to get a spade either. I pair of 5s. Let's go with that. Now that's out of my way. Okay, I do have this. Grapple shield. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. Target is full health. Gain a shield.
This die represents shields which are consumed before hit points, but are removed at the start of your turn.
Okay. Okay, so pair of knives. Do this.
Shield at the ready.
Okay, so I need 2 any cards for win 1 defense. I'll just use this pair of knives and hopefully that works.
A strange man leans against a sack of goods on the
merchant.
side of the road. A single eye gleams at you from the shade of a wide-brimmed hat.
I've little care for the makings of man, second-hand goods and all. But the leaves you bear, those I shall trade for something more useful to you.
Okay. Okay, discard 2 abilities. I'll go
Give me
for
that.
I think I'm good for now.
You track a timid path to a bend in the river, arriving as the pilgrim hurls his rock at a wall on the far bank. It chips and tumbles into the water.
Just a single stone.
You hear him sigh.
That's all my life was.
Okay.
This wall represents the unknown, or so my ancestors say. I've thrown the stone I brought from the mouth of the river, and so I join my strength to the arm of my descendant who will, someday, break this wall.
Interesting.
Was the witch able to conjure your past?
He asks.
My pilgrimage is over, but it sounds as if yours has just begun.
Indeed.
This is the fastest path up the mountain, but there is smoke that smells of meat, and I know not its source.
Oh, that's not good.
The other road curls by the den of a great bear who, legend claims, taught the other animals to stand. I doubt any path will be simple, but whichever you walk, I hope it gets you to where you need to go.
Okay, so I have to
Take
choose
the-
now. Okay, there is something unsettling about the smoke, but I'm gonna go for it.
Take the most direct path up the mountain.
Let's go directly.
You come upon a camp of lively forms frolicking around a tall flame.
Oh boy.
Fluidly, their dance flows into advance. You scarcely have time to raise your defense. Hero abilities are not discarded when used. Click to use it on your turn. Prepare lets you redraw a card instead of attacking. Select the card you want to replace first, or it will swap the lowest value.
You'd better not dull my axe. Take your best shot.
Okay, didn't get anything good for that. Let's see if this will work. That caused some damage. Oops, did not want to do that. Okay, I might want to kill the healer.
I can't use that right now.
Can't do that defending. Oh well.
It's my turn.
Okay, I don't know why that's going black like that. Oh. I've got it straight.
Order! I can't use that right now. I haven't the cards.
Oh, I need cards for that. Whoops.
Hold your shield high.
There we go.
Do your worst.
Well, that almost worked.
Just a quick swig. I'm out of attacks for this round.
That didn't go right. Okay, he's got a pair of twos. Okay, I need to do that on my offense.
Crush the axe.
Okay, do I have a spade? Do I have a way of getting a spade? No, I don't. Actually, I do.
I'm ready for anything.
And that didn't work.
I'm out of attacks for this round.
This isn't going as well as I planned.
You better not dull my axe.
Let's see.
That's a reaction.
Oh, failed infinite. Okay.
Come and get it. I'm out of attacks for this round.
Bloody hell.
Your fate is
Well, at least I can do
sealed.
that.
You cannot identify the meat roasting on the spit, but it smells edible enough. There are memories in the fire, if you stare with intent.
I'm gonna level up.
The gods favor me.
One offensive max hand size. Okay, I'll take that.
The sun sets in a stone cradle, lighting an orange beacon before giving into night. You follow the last rays to ruins high on the ridge. Stones stand like teeth before a yawning cavern. A black robe hovers ominously over a central altar.
Oh my.
It's my turn.
Well, I got it straight. That was lucky, to be honest. That's our sevens.
Gracias.
There we go. Go ahead and use the pair of sevens. Another intimidate. Failing to defend, which is what's going to happen here.
That's a reaction. Payback. It's my turn.
Oh, I can do this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
It's over!
Yeah, I need a heal.
Branch of the life tree. To what end are you wielded? Why blossom in time of autumn? Can't you feel the breath of coming winter?
Interesting.
The luster fades from the golden thread, and the cloth falls dead in the wind. The mouth of the cave heaves a baleful breath. A faint glow within grows more insistent as your eyes begin to accept the darkness.
I got alignment, ceiling, monochrome for achievements. You starlight and straight in combat, so nice. Bleed ceiling to ensure I go for the first time. And use the flush.
That was too easy.
Nice. Got an A rank out of that. Our first go. Unlock an ability back. Gather enough mana to level up. Shield Bash. Another expensive staff. Stance +1. That needs alright. Shield at the ready. Dig deep. 1 minute. And Oak Biscuit. Okay. So I can eat a shield. Minutes away from the next level. Okay. What the next path is. Dig deep. Redstone +1. Flailing shield. I need 2 shields to deal 3 damage. Hissing blow. Tap an adjacent target. I got 2 of those.
The reeds keep a cautious distance from a sharp shrub that stabs from the stone. In its shallow shadow, a curved blade that was pushed into the heart of 2 mothers now pierces the earth above the daughter. Once wielder, twice loved.
So now I have the road ability. Road item plans. 4 branches. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, this is so I got quite a few chops. Okay, I'm not even sure how many I'm supposed to be able to add. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm not even sure what I'm doing here, but I'm definitely gonna give myself the oak biscuit. Shield it ready. Okay, Okay, so I'll go dig deep. Just look at both in there. Put those in there because I will need them. I got a 30 card deck. Oops, I just copied it. That way at least I can get it. I don't know how to actually name the deck. But let us continue on our path. Okay, what's over here? Available level ups. Begin adventure with one additional ability in hand. Okay, so I can't do that. So let's continue the warrior adventure, shall we?
His axe ain't for splitting logs, lad.
The first breath of fall fills your lungs, crisp in the morning rays of an aging summer sun. Before you lies the space that mountains made, like open hands for life to grow beneath low clouds. A trail plunges into the vale ahead. Behind you, there is nothing. No memory of yourself or how you came to this place. Just the gentle pull of a sloped path, and the courage to draw the next card from the deck of fate.
Alright.
A pilgrim bearing a stone walks along a river.
Okay, we've already done this once.
Shield at the ready.
Might as well do it again.
Stay back!
You'd better not dull my axe.
So I'm gonna take a risk here.
That's a reaction.
Yeah.
Please!
That'll do it.
Wait! Wait!
Forgive my haste, stranger.
Come on, break.
You've forgotten yourself?
Do all this
I
again.
just came up with a new move.
The sun mottles the forest floor in leaves of light. A strange fire weaves its way through.
Shield at the ready.
Okay, let's redraw again.
Take your best shot.
No, you don't.
It's my turn.
Oops.
Your
Make this
fate is
quick.
sealed.
What a curious creature.
It's all about the gains.
A strange smell. A
Go through
cold.
this again.
Trust the axe. Here comes the maelstrom. I haven't the cards.
Damn it. I have intimidate, so. We'll go faster this time.
Shield at the ready.
Hopefully an ace will do it. There we go.
Oh, lost your path.
The path from potential.
Level up him because I
My
have more
might
health
yet
damage.
grows.
A thaumaturge, and should you survive, but be warned.
A white tree.
It's my turn.
Okay, I got an intimidate and a revenge. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I have intimidate. At least cause damage to them. Grand taking all my damage cards.
Thrust the axe.
Do it this way, because that way I might get a 6 in my draw. And I don't. But that's dead now, so that's not a problem. Damn it, I don't have an intimidate this time.
I have to match the number of cards in the
okay.
attack.
Actually, this time getting rid of the 10's a good idea.
Payback! Hold your shield high!
There we go.
A strange man leans against.
We square?
Okay, one ability, I got 2 whetstones, so I'll get rid of one.
You track a timid path to a bit.
Okay,
This
so we've
wall
been through this
represents.
again.
Was the witch able to conjure? The other road curls.
Take
This
the most
time
direct. There is
let's-
something unsettling.
Let's go this way this
Lulled by
time.
the gently winding road.
Thrust the axe!
Oh, an iron bear. Okay. We have 3s.
I can't use that right
Oh,
now.
damn it.
Hold your shield high!
Okay, can't use that yet. Don't have a diamond, don't have a way of getting a diamond. Ugh. Okay, so it's a pair of 3s. Don't have a fucking intimidate.
Stay back! You'd better not dull my axe!
Okay, it's not a level. We're down to 3 yet, so. Don't want to take that because that's some HP damage. Damn it. There we go.
Ready.
He has had a spade. There we go.
Your fate is sealed.
Strife.
That's more like it.
Strife is the sun under which skills grow.
Now that's what I read for.
Let's go for that.
The sun sets in a stone cradle, lighting an orange beacon before giving into night. You follow the last rays to ruins high on the ridge.
So we're back to where we
Stones
were.
stand like teeth before a yawning cavern.
It's my turn.
Damn it. That did not go as planned. I don't know why my graphics card is doing that shit, but it is. Ah, god damn it, I don't want to get rid of any of these cards.
I have to match the number of cards in the attack.
Shit.
Shield at the ready.
At least I did get a pair of 7s out of that. Shit. Ugh.
It's my turn.
Okay, chop. The thing is, that's...
Better not dull my axe.
But what do you know? 3 of a kind finished off.
Branch of the life tree.
The mouth of the cave heaves a baleful breath.
Use 3 of a kind for that.
Where's the real battle?
Still got an A. Not bad. Got more mana in the process. Okay, grapple. Heal 3 HP from a biscuit. Comes upstairs. Behind the shield. Let's continue.
I love to read!
Let's keep the deck we've been using. Hopefully this is something new.
The mist halts at the mouth of the cave, afraid to enter. A faint orange glow feeds crumbs to your starving eyes. Thunder echoes through the cavern, but there was no storm outside.
This ain't good.
Strange silhouettes serpentine around stalagmites. Eyeless creatures with crude weapons fleeing from something in the depths. This time, surprise is on your side.
Oh.
Hold your shield high! Here comes the maelstrom! Not enough resources!
God damn it.
It's my turn. Here comes the maelstrom!
This damn whirlwind.
It's all about the gains!
One less part. Okay, that's good. Wow.
A blast of sulfur fills the cave with deadly heat. The mouth of the tunnel drips orange as it cools from the passage of something hot enough to walk through stone. You throw yourself into an opening to escape the heat.
Okay.
You plunge through a shaft of smooth stone, cut by squares of light, sliding for minutes before you're ejected into a cavernous hall.
That's not good.
Whoever gouged the stone from the mountain's belly left columns standing like ribs. Rivulets of fire flow between the seams in the stone, no thicker than a hair, pulsing into the chamber ahead.
I have no memory of this place.
Pitiful figures shamble from behind the pillars, perhaps once human, but long ago. The color has been taken from their flesh, and their hands gnawed into permanent grips around weapons with still glowing runes.
You better not dull my axe!
Shield, do 1 damage to the enemy. Actually, do it this way. Finish one more. Damn it, reanimates. I forgot. Okay, so 9 is what I need to beat. I'll just take the damage.
It's my turn.
Paradigms on you. Take the but then it
Better not dull my axe!
finish you off to pair 8, or paralyze, I'm sorry.
Wrest the ruined weapons from their clutches and claim them for your own.
I'll take it this time.
Epic!
Okay. Gain 1 HP for using the stage. I'll take
In the
that.
chamber beyond dwells a mural of a banquet. From the vantage of a plate at the end of a long table. At the other end, a pair of eyes, like 2 stars in a black sky, attend the feast. Beyond the mural is a statue of a drake with jaws frozen in complaint. There is something in its mouth, encased in glass.
I want to leave that there.
A masterwork of articulated brass hovers in a sphere of glass, clasped delicately between the spear-tip points of the drake's teeth.
Yeah, I think this time I am going to...
Leave the gauntlet be.
Leave it be.
A doorway gleams like a fiery ingot on the
Temptation was
far
there,
wall.
but
It
nah.
casts a carpet of orange light into the room, beckoning you forth. But as you approach, the darkness comes alive.
Uh-oh.
Thrust the axe.
Be nice if I had something to change something into a diamond right now.
I'm ready for anything.
Damn it. A pair of threes. I guess one after this. Ace brace.
Hold your shield high. I've got more shields where that came from.
Do I have anything else? Other than that, hopefully. Okay, well. Successful attack with a spade. Okay, that's how I do that. Don't have anything to... Okay, so 10. I don't want to use any of my 10s though. Okay, I'll waste the 8.
Shield at the ready.
So I got a pair of 10s, pair of 7s. I don't have 2 fucking hearts, so I can't do that. Did get a pair of queens on, I'm going to lose one right here. Ah, shit.
Thrust the axe.
What do I want to do? Can guarantee damage. I'll take my chance. Ow. I have a pair of 8s for defense now. Do I have 2 hearts? Don't have anything good. This may not go well.
Shield at the ready.
Ah, fuck. I keep forgetting that. I did have that, so we're good, we're good.
You better not dull my axe. Your fate is sealed.
Now that he's going to reanimate, but whatever.
Leave the crowd.
Oh! That went through the reanimate.
That's more like it.
Okay. That's
What
actually
epic.
1 defense, top deck a red card when defeated to remain at 1 HP instead.
Leave the crown. It looks...
Yeah,
My might
doesn't look
yet
good.
grows.
A level 2 spike shield, that'd be good.
The merchant from the woods sits among his goods in a small antechamber. Before
Okay.
you manage a word, he speaks.
Never mind how I got here. More impressive that you're here, actually. Now, my little branch, about those leaves.
I'll take that.
A narrow footway dares you beyond the door. Lava pumps through arched veins into a sphere in the center of a cyclopean cylinder cut into the heart of the mountain.
Interesting.
Somehow, the air is cold.
Odd.
3 flickers of heatless flame splash from the lava flow and await you on the platform that skirts the orb.
Hold your shield high.
That won't do any good. Ow. I'm about to die.
I can't use that right now.
I'm about to die painfully.
Shield at the ready.
Yeah, I don't have anything good.
Bring it on! I'm out of attacks for this round.
Damn it. This is not gonna go well. Damn it. That did not go as planned.
It's my turn.
I'm gonna flush a bitch.
Order!
I might be able to survive now. Ow. Maybe not.
You better not dull my axe.
Something is going to kill me now. Yeah, I'm not going to survive this run. Or maybe I will now, I don't know.
Shield at the ready.
That won't help me. Okay. What do I This is how I survive this round.
Better not dull my axe. Your face.
There we go.
What?
I'm gonna restore.
Forget the sphere. Just close your eyes for a moment and regain your breath.
Tis but a scratch.
A low moan emanates from deep within the orb and reverberates in your chest. You realize that the sphere is a mold, now cracking.
Oh boy.
The sphere breaks apart in cries of steam. The heat drained from the mountain has been gathered here into one yet hungering form. Eyes gleaming through the mist. It speaks.
Uh-oh. Too soon?
Thrust the axe.
Looks like I already have a pair of checks to get started. Fuck. I don't... I want to keep the character safe to stay. I got 2 pair now.
It's my turn.
This isn't going to work, I can already feel. Fuck.
Thrust the axe.
Ow. Okay, don't have any spades, I'm not going to get spade. That did me no good, did it? Yeah, because I don't have an intimidate.
Hold your shield high.
Shit.
Not enough resources.
I'm going to die.
I'm ready for anything.
Or maybe not.
It's my turn.
Please work. I'm dead. It's a good try, though. I'm gonna leave it here for a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and take my first break in stream because I really need it right now. Let's see now. Make sure I got everything set to go. I'll leave you guys with that and some music, and I will be back in a moment. And we are back. Now let me just get the game audio back. For those of you who are joining me now, this is normally not in my wheelhouse what I normally stream, but Pedguin of the Yogscast was nice enough to give me a key to this game to try it out. And I said yes, because I was wanting to do new things anyway. And so far, I'm enjoying this. I've not been paid for this. I've not been compensated for this. Just said, if you want to try it, go for it. And I did. So we're going to go for this again. Let's go for the same character.
Well, let's get on with it then.
Go with the deck I've been using.
The mist halts at the mouth of the cave.
We've been this one
Strange
before.
silhouette.
You'd better not dull my axe.
So now, 3 abilities.
Here comes the maelstrom.
I wish I had a way to get another spade, but I don't. Because I'd get this all done in one. Actually, yeah, I can still.
I'm out of attacks for this round.
Damn it.
Hold your shield high.
Well, I'm surprised. I can just smack this thing.
It's all about the gains.
There we go.
A blast of sulfur fills. You plunge through a shaft. Whoever gouged the stone from the
Let's see what we
pitiful
got.
figure's shamp.
Shield at the ready.
Your aces. Go ahead and cause 2 damage. In my turn. Damn it.
I can't use that right now.
Let's take the 2 damage. Damn it.
It's over.
Hopefully that busts through the reanimate as well. Yeah, it does. Oh, it's a draw.
Better not dull my axe.
Okay, don't have a spade this time. I do have a pair of jacks. So he's down to 1 health.
Hey, back. It's my turn. Here comes the maelstrom.
There we go.
Wrest the ruined weapons from their clutches.
Okay, I can't even see what my health is to make the choice.
Wrest the ruined weapons
Ah,
Time
in
to
the
play
chamber
spades.
beyond. Beyond the mural, a masterwork of
Alright, let's take the risk this
Reach
time.
out for the jaw snaps shut, shattering the glass and swallowing the relic. Eyes beam and stones stir as the drake rises from its timeless repose,
I
throwing
might be screwed
clouds
again.
of dust from wings spread wall to wall.
Okay, so pair of 7s. This is going to hurt.
thrust the axe.
the shield went right away. Shit.
Shield at the ready.
I don't have enough HP to use that. I can't do anything else right now.
Hold your shield high.
They don't have anything higher.
It's my turn.
Hopefully this pair of 10s will do it. Probably not. Oh, yeah, I did. How did I survive, though?
The slight drape falls to ruin, and once the dust has settled, a gauntlet glistens in a pale shaft of light.
See if the gauntlet was worth it.
Now that's what I raid for.
Leave the gauntlet. True power lies within.
Let's all up.
The gods favor me.
Spiked shield level 2.
A doorway gleams like a fiery ingot on the far wall. It casts a carpet.
Okay, this is where
The
we got
merchant
last
from
time.
the woods.
Okay, so I got...
This one. I'll take that.
There we go. Should have taken one defense.
A narrow footway dares you. 3 flickers of heatless flame.
Trust the axe.
Let's fix that. Okay, they're all 5s. Chop. Guess I'd do some decency at least. Keep coming for me. Oh, this one's gonna hurt.
Hold your shield high.
Okay, what's on my 7? No, no. I'll just use my pair of 6s to finish you off. Oh, damn it.
Shield at the ready.
Okay, so I need a... Yeah, that's not gonna work, but...
Your fate is sealed.
Okay, don't have anything good to do here. Rather than try to hit that with the jack. I'll use a 10 on this.
Better not dull my axe.
Oh, I didn't. Give me an iron spade for that. Hopefully this works. Well, mildly annoying. Not the end of the world yet.
Such secrets dwell within the orb. Light channels through runic patterns, glowing brighter in your presence.
I'm gonna
Forget this
restore.
fear. Just close
Ah, there's my breath.
a low mo. This
Shield at the ready.
Ow. Okay, so I've got pair of threes, which I can't do shit about.
It's my turn.
Didn't get shield battle push because I already caused damage. Let's see if I'm actually supposed to survive this round.
Better not dull my axe.
That did good. Hopefully this causes damage. Yep. Got you that time. Fuck.
Shield at the ready.
Really don't have anything good here. Align me with the jack. Shit. I'll go with the ace for sure.
Thrust the axe.
That one guaranteed at least one hit. Or not.
Hold your shield high.
I got an attack again. Shit.
That's a reaction. Payback! You'd better not dull my axe.
Hopefully this does it. Hopefully this does it. Well, I might be boned. I am boned.
Thrust the axe.
Oh, I survived. Oh, now I am screwed. Bye-bye, me. Well, it was a partial draw, but I still died. I'm gonna go back and deal with my deck, actually. Okay, I'll take that. Maybe we draw one card, beginning of an adventure. Gain one shield at the start of your turn. Retain the shield at the start of your turn. Okay. Let's take a look at my cards. think deep darks are kind of useless to me. Okay. Just want to take a biscuit out because it may not do me any good. If there's anything else. Okay, if I have a shield for that, that's good. Okay, don't have it actually renamed the deck, so we're gonna go back and play again.
I love to raid!
I'm enjoying this quite a bit, honestly.
The mist halts at the mouth of the cave. Strange silhouette.
Back to where we were.
Hold your shield high!
Okay, can't do what I want to do, so... You take your damage.
Shield at the ready! Here comes the maelstrom!
One dead.
I'm out of attacks for this
Damn it.
round.
Okay, you attack me with a 9, so...
You better not dull my axe!
There we
I
go.
just came up with a new move.
Gain shield at start.
A blast of... You plunge through a
Play a
sharp...
little more defensive this time, I guess.
Whoever gouged the pitiful figures shut.
It's my turn.
Yeah, that's a draw. Okay, I lost my shield, so I don't get it back. Can't do anything here.
Shield at the ready.
Go for this, hopefully it hits. And it does. Give me a 10. Or that. I lost it straight because I don't have a way to keep it.
Thrust the axe.
That didn't seem to make sense to y'all, but it made sense to me. Well, that didn't work at all. Let's pair of force. Shit.
It's my turn.
let's level up
power
this
offered.
time.
My might yet grows.
In the chamber beyond dwells beyond the mural. A masterwork of
Let's
art.
try this again.
Reach out for the jaw snaps shut.
He gets first strike. So this is a draw.
High.
Okay, so I don't have 2 cards. Can't attack myself. Anyone down to attack or expand my defense? Okay.
Better not dull my axe.
Okay, grab shield. Attacking for 10. So 10 for 10.
Thrust the axe.
Okay, so what do I want to do here?
Tis a good brew.
Definitely want to do that. This isn't going to do anything. Except for surviving. Oh, I actually
A
killed
slight
him
drain
on defense.
falls to
Nice.
ruin, and once the dust has settled,
That's more like it. What a bounty.
Overdrawn item ability, or ability item. I'll take that.
doorway gleams like a fiery ingot. The merchant from the wood.
They only have 1 ability,
Deal.
but I'll
A
take
narrow
that.
footway. 3 flickers of heat.
Hold your shield high.
I do have a pair of 5, so this might work well. This is card 1. I'm still safe, so we good. Eight to 10. Jab for jab, so we're safe.
It's my turn.
I need a free shield.
It's over.
The problem is now oh, he has a single card. That's dead. Okay, so I need to be an 8, so I'll take an ace.
Hold your shield high.
And it's denied.
Seal.
What eldritch
Let's
secrets
actually
dwell
look in
within
time
the orb?
inside this
Light
time
channels
because
through runic
I'm going here.
The gods favor me.
1 offense and max hand size. I'll take that.
A lobe.
Still too soon, eh?
It's my turn.
And parakeets. These now have plenty of shields, too.
You better not dull my axe.
All I have is the key. Let me overdraw an ability. Crappy ability at that. Shit.
I have to match the number of cards in the attack.
Okay.
Shield at the ready.
Now I wish I hadn't done what I did. That's all the paranoids, which is good. Pair of nines again, which I can't really defend.
I can't use that right now. Hold your shield high.
I'll regain 2 for that, damn it. Head with haste and hopefully I can survive this.
Thrust the axe.
Actually, I got it this time. Yay!
It's over.
The ligaments of light between the armor dim, and the swirling smoke loses its purpose as the helmet comes to a clattering stop. Ringed eyes fade, beholding you as their final act.
I'm enjoying the story so far, I'll give it that.
Stairs spiral around the center spire, vanishing into a pale blue haze that peers down from high atop the shaft. Hours later, the stairs bring you to a passage filled with a sand of pulverized obsidian. Beyond lies a sea of black dunes beneath a cerulean sky.
We will flame with Mangor.
Now bring the feast.
So that was an A, not too bad. See what cards I have now. Broad axe block. Gain 2 shields and drop fire. Chop +1, 2 attack. Draw 2 cards. Draw 3 abilities. Move 2 cards from enemy's combat hand. I need a club for that one.
Lost in a sea of sand, a lithe tree grows from the memory of a sage that rests here. Long did he journey for truth to save man, and on the last page of the last book he ever lifted, found that the only thing which keeps man walking is hope, and the only thing that can kill it is knowing.
Oh. See? Let's go back. Rejigger our deck a bit. Draw ability when I rest. Okay, that's cool. I now have Intimidate +1. There was another one, wasn't there? Chop +1, okay. Where are my intimidates? I think that's a good deck to start with. I say start with when I've been playing for a bit. Go back to the Ebon Desert and see what we've got.
Well, let's get on with it then.
Yes, let's. I'll roll in the 8.
Sky
I got 3
blue
times,
over
sir.
rippling ebon. The desert whispers a breeze scented of sun-baked stone. The tower on the stark horizon stirs a curious nostalgia.
Okay.
Estranged memories set your feet in motion, and the sand replies with firm footing. A slavering beast greets you at the crest of the first dune. Then the ground erupts behind you.
Okay, pair of 7s.
It's my turn. Your fate is sealed.
There we go.
You better not dull my axe.
Looks like I want to do an ace of spades. I'll leave that in my hand. Just let's level up.
At the spreading strands of your memory before they're out of reach again.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Keep the shield one going.
The path to the monolith brings you to a slack between the dunes where vultures circle. The desert cedes to your steps and welcomes you in. You begin to sink, and the vultures descend. The 3 vultures
Nice.
patiently wait for you to pull yourself from the sinking sand, exhausted, encumbered, and smelling of supper.
Thrust the axe.
Okay, so how do I want to do this? Okay, so that's actually handy. Pair of 3s. I don't have a pair of anything. Do that. Now I don't have anything to cover that.
Hey, back. It's my turn.
Well, you bastards. one person down. They all gained health from getting dying, didn't they?
Hold your shield high!
Yes.
Seal!
I have a pair of 9s on you. Hopefully this kills you. Yep. Mildly
Better not
disappointed,
pull my
though.
axe!
I'm gonna get you with these 7s, so it doesn't matter that much. Actually, I can do both.
Hold your shield high!
Ability. I only have heart, so it's better work. Shit. There we go.
Make wing
Let us
dinners out of
restore.
the wing diners.
Pain! What pain?
A shimmering path slivers over dunes beneath the moonlight, vanishing into the fold where sand and stars join hands. A close inspection confesses a carpet of fine flakes angled to glint in lunar light. This place.
I'll take the risk.
The point of a pyramid tilts from atop a dune, sinking over the course of an eon. A door, slanted in a snarl, juts from the sands below.
Let's be adventurous, shall we? And go for it.
A strangely familiar figure in fine clothes offers a limb of square leaves to a king, girdled by gold and jewel. Or is it the other way around? A graveling groan calls your attention to a shifting slate in the middle of the chamber.
Uh-oh.
Sarcophagus means eater of flesh. But this meal has refused the slow digest of time.
Shield at the ready!
Okay, so I can easily... Shield bash. Chop. I had one more card, I could do what I want. Okay, so 3 5s. God dang it. Oh, that did not go as I wanted. I can
Thrust the axe!
chop this one. It's got a defense bonus, of course. Of course it does. Okay, don't take damage no matter what.
You better not dull my axe.
This isn't going to go well. Pair of tins.
It's my turn. Here comes the maelstrom.
Well, that didn't do any good because I wasn't paying any attention to the fact that.
Not enough resources.
Well, I'm doomed.
Thrust the axe.
Actually, no, I'm not. Shit.
Hold your shield high.
Just for dramatic sake, making the Ace of Spades. Oh, that did not work at all. I died again. Crap. I think it's an ability back though. That's for Nazim. Heart of Ox plus 1. Oak Biscuit. Wear the shield. To a shot plus 1. So nothing I want to add to that. But I am going to go ahead and take my coffee break now. So once again, add music. And I will be back in a moment after I get my coffee brewed. And we're back once again. Like I said at the top of the stream, this game was given me free by Pedguin to give it a go and stream. I have not been endorsed or paid for anything. But I do want to disclose that it was given to me for free, but it is for sale. Okay, has my bot died today? I think it had died for a moment. Oh, okay. Apparently the API went AFK. Hopefully that did pop up. Let me double check something. Odd. Apparently the .game command is also a FOSSBOD command by default. My bad. But anyway, let's get back into the game. There's really nothing I wanted to add to the deck, so let's go back right into it.
I'm always up for an adventure.
Let's play a little more defensive this time.
Sky blue over.
Okay, we've already been through
Strange
this. A pair of sixes. I really don't have anything to... I don't want to use my pair of fives on that.
You better not dull my axe.
Actually, you know what? What I want to do is let's on my ace. I want to chop with the ace. And attack with my queens. Six.
Shield at the ready.
Yeah, a pair of fives I can easily use, so let's go for that. I only had some cards, so I'm good. Defend with the king. I got two cards to start with.
Grasp.
Let's level up.
My might yet grows.
Go with
The
that
path
one.
to the monolith brings... Swallowed by sand, you nearly suffocate before spilling into the bed.
Hold your shield high.
Oh, that has armor penetration. God damn it. That's better.
It's my turn.
That way I actually get the attack off. Oh shit.
It's my turn.
Okay, how do I want to do this? To attack with the king, I guess. This is where I could use that intimidate.
Thrust the axe.
Attack with the jack, and hopefully he doesn't have a king or a queen or an ace. Shit. This is when I get destroyed.
Hey back. Shield at the ready.
Because I got a wet stone +1, don't want to use that though. Don't want to do this. I should have drawn though. Pair of 7s. Take the damage, yes.
Ultimate attacks for this round.
Damn it.
Hold your shield high.
Pair of 7s.
Your fate is sealed.
There we go. Let's rummage.
Search the strewn bones.
Didn't I say I was going to defensive this round?
That's more like it.
Okay, so use clubs to defend.
You crawl through a crumbling tunnel for hours, coming at last to a cul-de-sac of soft sand. After some digging, you sprout under a canopy of stars.
Nice, nice.
A shimmering path slivers over dunes.
Yeah, this time we're
place
skipping the Hall of
is
the Dead.
only for the dead and those who wish. Up and down you scale the dunes, each time a little lower. Only as the spire sets on the horizon is a peak of bright satin flaps cheerfully in the morning sun as fragrant oils and roasted arabica dance on the wind. But
Coffee.
something foul frolics in the young shade, whirling through valuables in the tent until turning towards you.
Thrust the axe.
Okay, don't have it. There we go. I should have went on +1, but damn it. I'm gonna take damage no matter what I do here. Okay, I nicely beat that.
It's my turn.
Attack this one. Attack this one. Shit. Don't have anything else I can do. Then with the ace.
You better not dull my axe. It's the spot.
Definitely do that, because I definitely need a health. Oh, fuck. Okay, I don't have an ace. Yeah, I do have an ace, I'm sorry. I don't have a pair of queens, though.
Shield at the ready.
That way I can actually attack. Okay, pair of jacks, so I'm boned. That's what I do. Pair of 7s. Oh wait, I got pair of jacks now. Wish I didn't here, but
Thrust the axe.
Let's pair 10s on him. Finish it off. Oh shit.
It's my turn.
Shield damage. And do just a wee bit of overkill.
Thank you, young branch.
Aha!
Be wary of the lamps you rub. Now, you've leaves for me.
I'll take that.
This one.
This one.
I'll get rid of that one.
The merchant points to the horizon.
In gratitude, I'll go against my nature and give you one for free. Walk in the shade of the white tree when the sun is at eventide. But beware the low sands.
Okay.
A leafless shock of white bolts from the nadir of this giant black basin. The sun has only begun its descent, but it's enough to paint the path of its shadow. Leaning in the shallow shade of the white tree, you feel the sands begin to shake and swell.
Okay, I thought I
You
wasn't
scramble
going
away,
there.
but a black tide gives chase, then erupts a mouth to the abyss itself.
Oh boy.
Thrust the axe.
That way at least... I'm gonna wait a minute to use that one. Ah, fuck.
Shield at the ready.
Now I can use it. Let's give it a pair of 8s. Damn it. Even it out.
You better not dull my axe.
Save that just for later. Please work. Ow. Nice. So I want to take 1 damage.
Hold your shield high.
All I can really do is hit with an ace. And not do anything. Queen. But I will get my revenge.
Payback. It's my turn.
Gauge. +1. Now, Ashley. This may seem silly. I had a 5 there, I just realized. Fuck. Pair of 5s, pair of kings.
You better not dull my axe. Here comes the maelstrom.
Well, it goes my entire attack turn. Pair of 5s. Use the... No, wait. too close to negate it.
Hold your shield high!
Purifies. Purifies. There we go.
Ready. I've got more shields where that came from.
Let's try an ace of spades, see if I can actually get damage on it. However, this survived the finishing blow, I got it.
Thrust the axe. I haven't the cards.
Now we do.
It's over.
That's it.
White splinters fleck the black sand between islands of gore, but the tree still stands in your memory. And so, you walk in that shadow until the sun sets, and the spire rises before you, a silhouette of absent stars. You arrive at the feet of Titan's ladder. The size of the spire is lost in stars. You can feel yourself pulled upwards by its gravity, teasing forgotten dreams from your dormant past.
So that's another level done. First completion, 50 mana.
Next time, bring a real challenge.
Another A. So I'll definitely get another card.
A crimson tree broods in a rueful mist beneath the gaze of the old castle. Long ago, its king was taken by a dark offering, but only the ravens know he still dwells here beneath the soil, eager to return the misery of his gift to the one who gave it.
Admire Hunter. I think I'm actually need to go back and get my level up. Oh, I got a Joker card now. I don't think I got any new cards I want to try out, so let's get straight to the Titan's Ladder.
I love to raid.
Oh, that's why. That's the Joker. I think I'll melt in that.
1,000 columns reach into the stars above, steps by which giants may climb to the heavens. With what patient hands nature shapes the stone, unseen, but for when their labor aligns with the ken of mankind. Your eyes rise to the sable sea of stars. There, an arrow of smokeless flame streaks to the earth below, growing bright enough to paint the dunes red.
Interesting.
It crashes into the desert in a splash of flame and black sand. The light fades, but is not extinguished. Rising, it sails over the dunes towards you.
Oh.
Scram.
Let's go ahead and face it.
Turn to face the flames.
See what attacks me.
The fire dives and crests over the waves of sand, closing the divide and appearing with unearthly speed.
Thrust the axe.
That's an entrance. I hate to waste my Joker on this, but is a reason for that, because I don't want to get rid of any of my face cards here. Harm shield. I think that probably hurts me.
What a bounty!
Leave the ring.
Now that's what...
Leave the ring. Despite falling from the sky, you sense its origins are not celestial.
The gods favor me!
The shield bearer.
The figures on the lower ledges scatter at the sight of your victory over the fallen star. You begin your ascent. A veil of pale light is drawn over the stars, so they may carry on their celestial affairs behind the privacy of the sun. A tumbling rock calls your attention to a beast of hoof and horns standing soundly on sheer stone. With great confidence, it leaps, knocking you to the ledge below.
Ow.
It's my turn.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that yet. That was safer anyway.
You'd better not dull my axe!
It'd be nice if I had saving, or killing blow right now, but... No, it's on defense. My bad. I don't know why I can't get that straight.
Payback! It's my turn.
You want to try me? Confirm. And the Capra's dead.
The Capra falls to the earth like a common stone, losing a horn to a rugged white root as it clatters to the sand below.
That's a lot.
Claim the horn for your collection.
I just came up with a new move.
A clamor of caws and cackles wavers on the breeze as a fuss of black feathers flaps in from the sun.
Uh-oh.
Shield at the ready.
You deal 1 damage to attacker for each spade. Okay. I really can't do anything with this hand. So I can't defensive stance because I don't have heart. This is the best I can do. I'm gonna die, aren't I? One time it was hurt. Okay, don't have a spade. That's not gonna be any good. Oh! Apparently it still missed.
I'm out of attacks for this round.
And it killed itself, pretty much. And there goes my shield.
Hold your shield high!
Okay, I don't have 2 healths.
the mail shield.
That's the end of my turn. But I'm sorry. Is that a glitch?
No.
Oh, damn it. Oh, I somehow
The
survived.
briskness of morning
Wow.
flees on the wind, leaving the stagnant heat of the day. The stone warms and will soon grow hot. You race the rising sun into the sky. By midday, your hands smell of roasted meat. In your haste for shade, you find the merchant waiting in the shallows of a cave.
Quite the climb. Dropped my potions on the way up. But worry not. Even this high, my prices remain low.
I'll definitely
Square.
take that.
The heat and brightness of the day outside makes the darkness of the cave look inviting.
I'm gonna die either way, so I'm going to wait.
Remain. Noon passes, and the sun sets its glare on the other side of the spire. The dark stone is slow to cool, but you're eager to climb. Truth must await on the summit, for one false step would be fatal. Two eyes rise from the separate stalks of stone above, and heavy rocks rain down
I have
around
to take
the
damage and die.
Hold your shield high.
Okay, I don't have 2 cards, so I can't use that. I can never attack, which is good. Damn it. And thus I nearly died.
Trust the axe.
Here are 9 hearts would be nice.
Your fate is sealed.
This isn't going to be enough. The only thing that can save me is all the damn shield I have.
Hold your shield high.
Good. Yeesh. Here are 4s. I still died. I'm gonna give it one more go before I go ahead and call it straight. First, let's see what cards we get. Okay, so that'll be nice when I start playing this. Shield at ready +1. Leap attack. go ahead and rejigger the deck a bit. Okay, where's my leap attack? Actually, leap attack. As nice as that was, there we go. Let's try that. Let's see how far we get on this hand, shall we? Yeah, I'm not ready for this yet.
I'm always up for an adventure.
I'll get rid of the 5.
1,000 columns.
We've already seen that.
Your eyes rise. It crashes into the... Turn to...
Let's face it again.
The fire dives and...
It's my turn. I've got more shields where that came from.
So that's a good start.
Better not dull my axe.
Caroline's against you, hopefully. Actually, I didn't do this time.
leave the ring.
Oh, this is gonna be
Shield
good.
bearer, which is good for what I'm doing.
The figures on the lower ledges.
We've already
A
seen this
veil
part.
of a tumbling...
Ow.
It's my turn.
Okay, I'll save that for when I need it. For now, we'll do this. Okay, ace for an ace.
You'd better not dull my axe.
I don't want a whetstone +1.
Here comes the maelstrom.
Well, apparently I need the attack. Or no, I don't.
Hold your
Ow.
shield high.
Damn it. You're being a little bastard, aren't you?
Trust the axe.
So hopefully I can finish it off. Like so.
Let the wind play the horn. The cat...
Let's slow up.
The gods favor me.
Deal 1 damage to attacker for each spade in my defense.
A clamor of paws and cackles wave...
Hold your shield high.
Back to this again. Of course you got a king. Here are 3s. intimidate, so fuck.
Shield at the ready.
I got 3 guys though. What I can do is this. See if you can give me 3. You physically can't. Does it take no damn damage? Pair of 10s? How about a pair of jacks? King? Have an ace.
It's my turn.
The briskness of morning flees on the wind, leaving the stagnant heat of the day. The stone warms and will soon grow hot. You race the rising sun into the sky.
Nice.
By midday...
Oh, you again?
Give me that.
That's all I have.
The heat and brightness...
Let's go in this time.
The darkness is impenetrable to your sun-drenched eyes. You stumble, groping at imagined shapes, until soft curves emerge from the black curtain.
That's not good.
Through a tangled tunnel lies a chamber suffused in a bronze light. Roots curl along the ground and collect at its center, where something unsettling sits beneath the light source.
Uh-oh.
A sloth suckles on the tip of a root in a way repugnant to the full spectrum of sensibilities. It pulls the tumescence from its mouth with a drooling floop and regards you as a possible side dish.
Uh-oh.
Shield at the ready.
And he's at 12. And he saps. This may not be good. Damn it. I got the Joker, but I'm not going to need it.
It's my turn.
And a pair of 9s. See what we can get out of this. Probably nothing out of this. Queen versus Queen.
Hold your shield high.
Where are the shield? This isn't going to get me anything, I bet. Oh, this is going to hurt.
You better not dull my axe.
Hopefully this will finish it off. And it does.
Ah, loot.
Sap threads through glowing veins.
Well, I'm pretty weak
and
right now,
gathers
so...
at the tip of a coiled root, glistening with the promise.
That'll make a fine scar.
Noon passes, and the sun sets its glare on the other side of the spire.
Upward,
The
shall we?
dark stone is slow to cool, but you're eager to climb. Truth must await on the summit, for one false step would be fatal. Two eyes rise from the separate stalks of stone above, and heavy rocks rain down around the ledge you're on.
This is going to hurt, isn't it? Can I get climb?
You better not dull my axe! I haven't the cards.
Not enough. Oh. I'm gonna get a lot of cards in my hand after this. Pair of sixes. Really can't defend that. Pair of eights. Shit.
Grasp the axe!
Shit. Oh, his parents. God damn it.
It's my turn.
Okay, so I need to do pair of nines here. Damn it.
Not enough resources. Shield at the ready.
And finishing blow you.
It's over.
At least you made it further this time.
With the heavens so near, even a whispered prayer might be heard. You wish for nothing more than the strength to come closer yet.
Let's go for a level up.
I just came up with a new move.
Clarity grows distant as the air thins. The heat on the horizon turns
digging
shapes
this
to
game.
water, and the mass of a mountain drips into the sky,
I'm really digging
flying
this.
on wings of wavering shadow.
You'd better not dull my axe.
God, I got an intimidate +1, but I don't have a club to use it with. Let's start off strong with a pair of jacks. Then the pair of sixes. Shit. No, 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 no.
Hold your shield high.
East. It's only gonna be for one. Really?
Here comes the maelstrom.
Okay, I can beat the jack.
Thrust the axe.
Here are 7s on you. Which really did nothing. Okay, I can beat that jack.
Hold your shield high.
Good job. Here are 10s. And a finishing blow.
Match is sealed.
The sun
Nice.
gives way to stars as you climb beyond the realm of clouds, where white roots reach from the rock to offer you a hand into the heavens. The following dawn, you arrive at the pinnacle, and there, in a graceful dome of glass and ivory, sits a sylphid in white robes before a white tree, no taller than her seated form. Her eyes are as windows to the blue sky beyond. They watch without blinking as you approach. She plucks the button of a mushroom growing beside the tree and begins to chew it.
Nice.
Her ruby lips press into a pout and gently blow. Fragrant breath strokes your cheek, and you are blown off the cliff.
Oh
Your
my.
mind enters a free fall through feverish visions. A man with stars for skin sits in the shade of a large old tree, catching apples as they fall. And having had his fill of fruit, he gives them freely to famished wanderers, one and all. But word travels, and a single fruit does not sate for long. And soon a line coils around the hill of the old tree. The hungry won't settle for song. And in the shadow, the man smiles. A meal made easy is no charity. It does not last. It is a shackle locked by life's own will. How eagerly it is taken to wrist. If only it can be steadfast. Power is the fallen apple. Acquired easily, it substitutes one's ability to climb. Its absence leaves one weaker than when accepted. And its presence only makes one hunger for more. It is a gift given which takes everything. With those words echoing in your mind, your vision races over the horizon to a shimmering city by the sea. At its port is a ship flying a silver sail from a black mast.
Okay.
Further still, over the ocean, your sight soars to the shores of a shrouded isle. You linger, watching the heavy mist crown a rim of mountains, veiling what lies beyond.
Interesting.
Suddenly, you're wrenched backwards, streaking over water and land to rejoin your body as it's softly set upon the sand. Only now, reawakening at the feet of Titan's ladder, do you come to miss the shrouded isle as home.
Okay. Kind. Alignment is straight.
Where's the real battle?
Getting A ranks on everything, which is good. Definitely got a level up there. I got 2 level ups? Nice. I get spacing. I get wear the shield +1. That person gets shank. Oaken Revenge. Deal 2 damage to an enemy when they cause you to lose a shield. That'll be handy. So tip arrow.
In an oasis, where they say the sun sleeps with the dunes at night, weeps the blushing branches of a willow. Brass bangles meant as shackles, worn as baubles, glimmer softly beneath a silver crescent, a faint echo of the beauty they once adorned.
Okay. Layla the Enchantress now. Like I said, this is where I'm going to leave it here, but let me first see what I can get for my level ups. 5th leaf. I get the double attack. Get an additional attack. Redraw cards as you use to deal attack damage. My next leaf is 1. Negate the damage of an attack against you. Okay. I will leave it at that for now. Let me just go ahead and save and exit here. Yes, I would like to exit the game. That was a very fun game. I'm glad that Pedguin offered me the key to play it, and I have enjoyed it quite a bit. Let me shout out Pedguin again. There we go. I will be back on Thursday to be continuing my Final Fantasy VI run. And for now, I'm going to find somebody to write into, and I will be playing this again at some point. This is going to go into my rotation, because I've enjoyed it that much. Let's see which of my fellow gods and grims are going right now. Let's go by my actual list here. Come on. Everything's being a pain in the ass. Let's see. I think I'll raid in that kiddo, and I raided her in a while. And she's playing Cyberpunk. If you enjoyed what you've seen of me today, you can follow me here, follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube. Like I said, I will be back on Thursday playing Final Fantasy VI. But until then, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful day. And I will see you around. Once this this ad ends. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day.